Hey, what's up guys? Thank you very much for being an electric. I really appreciate that. Now, I want us to go through this circuit for automatic changeover phase selector with generator, okay? So, you've been requesting for this circuit. It has taken a while, but nevertheless, you have it. So, I'll have a download link in the description, okay? You can go download the circuit. Okay, so I think we can go through this circuit such that when you're wiring or you're putting this circuit into practice, you definitely have to refer to this video just in case you don't get the circuit. Okay, all right. Now, because this is a 5-contactor circuit, all right. And you remember in the video, by the way, if it's your first time to watch this video, I'll put the previous video, which is a link to this one, in the description. Okay? All right. Now, we used 5 contactors here. And the reason to why is because we have 2 kind of circuits that we connected together. So they are a circuit of, phase selector. The phase selector simply means you have the 3 phases with you, but you have to use the most healthy one the system chooses. Okay? And now you have another circuit which is automatic changeover switch. So you have 2 contactors. You have the 3-phase or single phase in one contactor from the grid. Then you have the 3-phase or single phase from the generator. Okay? So if the grid is not available, then the generator can come in. All right? But if you're using automatic changeover switch, which is much popular, all right, the same, you cannot use it if it misses a phase, all right? So that's why then phase selector becomes in play. But again, if you use phase selector, you may not use the automatic changeover because it has all the 3 phases coming in. But what if you merge them? So that's the video which we did previously. That's why I have a circuit. So let us go through this circuit. Hope we are on the same track. Okay. All right. So because there are 5 contactors, if you look at this circuit here, you'll find that I have drawn 5 individual circuits. Okay, to make it easier for newbie to understand. Okay, so the first circuit here is for 3-phase contactor. Okay, then the second 3 circuits, those are for the individual phases, and then the last one is for generator. So let us go through so that we can understand some stuffs here. Okay, all right. Now, if we can start with the 3-phase contactor. The 3-phase contactor, you have got your MCBs 3 for 3-phase. Okay? Red, yellow, blue, it may be a different color in your country with a neutral. All right? So, when you're wiring this circuit, the first step here, we have a phase failure for the 3-phase, which monitors those 3 phases. And then we have a timer. Then we have got the main relay. That's what I've used in this circuit. So we have a main relay. You'll see we have a main relay. If you go to the red phase circuit, we have relay R, relay Y, relay B, respectively. Okay? And then right here, we have got the interlock. So you have a phase failure right here. This is your breakers. This, I simply showed you that you have a coil and then linked to this. Then you have a timer here. Obviously, the timer has a coil. And then you have an open contact here, which is your 1518. Okay. Then you have your relay M here and then the auxiliary contact. Okay. Now, there is one thing you have to understand. So we explained in that video that we have to interlock these contactors through each other. So this main contactor here, or the 3-phase contactor, if you can look clearly here, we have got contactor interlock R, we went through contactor interlock Y, contactor interlock B, and then contactor interlock G. Okay, all right, and then here we have got our coil. Okay, all right, now if we get to the second circuit, this is also the same thing. So this is the red phase circuit. Okay, so if you're wiring this circuit, you have to go with this sequence. You start with the 3-phase, then you go to the red, yellow, blue, and then lastly the generator. Okay, so you have those wires flows well. Okay, now single phase breaker here on the red phase circuit. All right, then you have got a phase failure. Okay, so the phase failure will be different. So you have a 3-phase phase failure for the first circuit, and then you have got a single phase failure for each phase: red, yellow, blue. So you see, those are 4 phase failures, but the first phase failure has to be 3-phase, and then the phase failure for individual phases, single phase. Okay, so we have got a timer, then we have got relay R here, and then the interlocks. All right, so that goes through all the individual phases. Then when we come to generator, we have a breaker, we have the gen relay, we have the timer, and then we have the second relay, and then the interlocks. Okay, so for the interlock, each contactor must go through the 4 contactors. Okay, all right, now if you look at that circuit as we were wiring it, you realize that have got a lot of relays in that circuit. All right, and you may wonder why are so many relays. Okay, let me explain that. So, you know, these are 5 contactors. Okay, and the first thing you have to know that there are priorities in these circuits. All right, we want, if the 3-phase phases, if all the 3 phases are available, then the first circuit will run. Okay, and we make it a priority. So if a generator was running and then we are using a generator circuit right here, and then we have all the 3 phases available, this circuit here will take over. Okay, the same thing if there is no grid and then one phase is available, then the generator will override. Okay, so that means that a phase cannot override a phase. All right, if the red phase is on and then the yellow phase is okay, a phase cannot override a phase. Okay, but the main circuit or the 3-phase circuit can override any phase or a generator. The only thing that the individual phases can override is a generator. Okay, hope we've understood. All right, okay, now let us talk about the interlock. So in the same relays. All right, so the reason why you're going to need 2 relay, because I used a couple of relay in there. So let me show you first here on the main circuit. On the main circuit, I want you to see this is relay M. Okay, relay M. So when we come to the red phase, you're seeing relay M here. Okay, right here. This is relay M. All right. Red phase, yellow phase, relay M. Blue phase, relay M. And then generator, we have relay M. So how many are those? So those are 4 contacts. All right. And then you've seen relay M here in the 3-phase contactor. So those are 5 contacts. All right. So in most cases, the relay which are on the market, most especially here, probably I would say in Africa, all the countries which are near me, okay, could be Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, but mostly the most relay you'll find on the market, the easily accessed relay, there will be 8-pin, 11-pin, okay. Those are the most common relay that are used. All right. But of course, if you look further, or if you are to get it on a Lee, yeah, you can find a relay with, you know, multiple pins like 12, you know, 14. But let's say they are available relay 8-pin and 5 and 11-pin. All right. So if you're using an 11-pin relay, remember, will have 2 pin for the supply. All right. And then, so if you have 2 pin for the supply, and then you have 3 contacts remaining, okay, because it is 1 common, and then you have a double throw, which is NO and NC, okay. So you have 3 commons, and then you have 6 contacts the other side, okay, of which of those 6 you're only going to use 3, which will correspond with what you want, either close or open. All right. So that means that if you have 11-pin relay, that's 3 what? Those are 3 contacts. All right. And yet here you need 5 contacts. So that's why you need 11-pin and 8-pin, because 8-pin you'll get only 2 contacts. Okay. Because with 8 you remove 2 for the supply. All right. And you remain with 6. Okay, so that means that 6 you have 2, and then 4 4. I mean 2 2. Okay. All right. So that's the reason, of course. So that's the reason why you need more relay, because these contacts you must, you know, for the exact path. All right, for that circuit to work seemingly. Okay. So if we talk about R, and R will take care of blue and yellow. So let us talk about R. Okay. So if you look at R, because we passed in the first circuit because we wanted to make it priority. All right. Now here, if you look at R, this is R, and you see here, right here, we have contact relay R. If we check on the yellow, we have relay R, and then if we check on blue, relay R, and then the generator, we have relay R. Okay. All right. So those are normal interlocks. All right. So the same thing, you're going to need 2 8-pin relay in these phases. Okay, individual phases. You need around 8-pin, 2 pieces. Because you've seen this is R, 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 R. Okay. All right. Because an 8-pin has got 2 contacts which you'll use. So you need 2. Because you need like 4 spaces or 4 contacts. All right. Hope you understand. Okay. Okay. Now let us look at the generator. All right. Now if you look at this circuit here, you realize that the generator we have not, you know, passed generator up this side, okay, G, because simply wanted the generator will only run if there is no grid completely. Okay, so that's why it's the system always has to override the generator. All right, because you don't see any, you know, normally closed in those other phases. Okay, for the generator path. All right. Now, the other thing we may talk about here is the flow of this circuit here. So this circuit, I have wired neutral. Okay, so most people you're used to have A1 is your phase, and then A2 is your neutral, right? And then you're used to control live, or to control the hot wire, or to control the phase wire. All right, but in this system we are controlling neutral, because neutral is easy to handle. Okay, imagine this is a 3-phase circuit, all right, and you have a relay here which all the phases plus the generator passes through there. So you see, if you quite do any mistake, you're just going to have a short circuit. If there is any loose connection, for instance, you have because these are electrical systems, you have to be tightening the those contacts quite often. All right, so if there is a loose connection in the system, and then let's say a phase wire which is passing through that relay, it is loose, it can easily snap and then probably short with another phase. Okay, so, or with a neutral. All right, but at least here we are using neutral throughout. So a neutral can create a path for Y, for blue, and for 3-phase contactor. So those one, even if they meet, the circuit may malfunction, but you won't have a serious problem in there. Okay, you can easily troubleshoot that and correct the path. All right, so if you look at where I've put B's, you realize that where you would have connected your neutral, I've connected a phase. So if you look at the 3-phase circuit, this is B, that's a phase, blue phase. The red phase, this is R, this is yellow, this is blue, and this is GL. Okay, and then this is entirely neutral. So if you look at here, the phase wire, it will end with the phase failure only once I supply the phase failure in its normal order. But after the phase failure, the rest I run neutral. That's what I control. So even if you look at here in this phase circuit for R, you realize phase failure only, but from here you see from my breaker here, I get an R, then the R enters A1 of the phase failure. All right, and A2 also enters the phase failure. But now from here, my control begins with the neutral throughout. Okay, this is a relay, it has an R, and then the coil itself also an R. Okay, so if you look at the main circuit, the phase to A1 of the phase failure. All right, and then after the phase failure, it's a neutral. Okay, there is no phase that goes through our circuit apart from completing the circuit on the coils. Okay, all right, now I hope that clear most of the things which I thought that might be an issue. All right, okay, so just go to the link in the description and then you can download this circuit here so that it can help you. All right, okay, now if there is anything that you need clearance, you need any clarification regards this or any other thing, so this is what I've done. I have provided, because I have been seeing a lot of you asking for my contact. Okay, WhatsApp contact, which it has been quite okay. So I've provided that. So I'll have a number in the description of this video, and also on my bio on this channel, such that you can WhatsApp me. If you have any query, you can WhatsApp me, and then we can talk. Also, that number there, you can call me if it's necessary. If it's really necessary, you can call me. But now, that number, you have to call it from 9, that's 9 a.m. to 5, 9 a.m. to 4. Okay, yeah, between those hours I can be available, but not guaranteed. But WhatsApp is the best. Okay, so you can share, you can really share anything you want right there. Then another thing also, if you need any form of coach, if you've seen that what I share you know, has value to you and you need more information about that, then please, you can go ahead and holler me. Then we can talk business if you need a coaching or any clarification. So we can do, we can arrange and we see how we can do that, you know, on something that cannot, you know, break the bank. All right. So thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. You can also like this video if you haven't already. Okay. So thank you very much. Until next time, I'm out.